Hello everybody, welcome back to AI War Fleet Command. Champion adventures continue and we are in series trying to finish this up. We cleaned up the rest of the reprisal wave and popped in here, cleared out the threat that was here. Of course they had to send in a few of their lovely shadow frigates, knocked those out too. And then I got rid of a few starships so I could put up a cap of spider turrets, a mini sort of beachhead. Of course I don't have the energy for a full one. And running all the metal converters that I'm using, I think I've got a decent balance of that at the moment, is also really hammering the metal. We were totally out for a while, and now we're very slowly gaining with the reprisals and other stuff coming in. But the snipers have taken out the laser guard post that was over here, and the fortress is very slowly getting plinked down by them. It's at 93%. The main reason is just combine the radar jammer, which I don't want to destroy for the AI progress, and the fact that these two overlap each other. Their coverage circles. I can't attack one without ticking off the other, and with my fleet, that's really hazardous. I lose most of it, if not all of it, taking out one of them, and then we've got to try to rebuild, and we have no metal, so it's just a really bad situation for that. So the best option I think that I have right now is to slowly plink it down with the spiders. Now I am worried about a couple things. Hybrid somewhere in the galaxy. What if that starts building something out of my scouting range and we start getting hit in Iris again? That makes it even more important for me to get in here and boost our defenses by doing more research. Now it was around in various places. I saw it in Umbriel, I saw it in Thisbe, Coruscant was the last place, and now it's out of our scouting range. So hopefully that won't happen before I can make progress. And then the other thing that's going on, of course, is we have just discovered that we get exogalactic strike forces, a reward, if you will, for having a champion. So we've got to deal with those coming in. That'll be another complication that's going to slow us down. And of course the drones keep coming, etc. Preservation wardens flying around. We've gotten a couple, one or two of the very few 9 Zool enclaves that are our own helping out. It's never going to be enough to make a difference in this game, but I don't think, but it does help a tiny bit. But anyway, at the moment we're just slowly knocking this down, although it actually does seem to be doing it a little bit faster than I thought it would. But yeah, this is still going to take a while. And then pretty much immediately, it actually might have shown up right by the end of that last little bit, we get this message. Hybrid facilities under construction on Calliope. And this is a super hybrid right there. Now there's a little bit of good news here, and that is that it's right by the wormhole here. It's not doing it right on top of the command station. But I'm actually going to let this run out because I want to see if it's going to do anything different. Now, Calliope is right next to Ceres, so if I need to come back to this point, I can just pop in there and knock it out. But I want to see if it's going to build another Dyson antagonizer, or if it's going to do something else. Let's explore what these things do. And then literally maybe a minute later, we have 2 hours to rescue the rebel colony on Umbriel. That's right over here. So we'll need to be protecting that in some fashion within 2 hours. That's not right next to anything I really wanted to take. I think that just became another target of ours. So they keep adding things for us to deal with. They simply will not go away. We gotta get Ceres for the energy first. So after a little while, they got some preservation wardens that came in, gave us some more salvage. Our metal's coming back up. And I sent my bombers in here to attack this. Which, I mean, they're shooting rail cannons at them. They're going to knock them out fairly quickly. But they will still do some damage here. And then, what, they're going to hit me with another reprisal? As long as I can rebuild the ships, I'm totally fine with that. So I just want to get as much done as I can. And then also, they're coming out here with some fighters. Let me retarget my spider turrets and have them hit some of those. Yep, there comes some more. But now they're coming out from the protection of the shield as well. So again, I'm totally fine with that. Let's go ahead and retreat now and see if we can get... my snipers can eventually take those out. And then we'll come back in and attack. You come up there too. So this is real gradual battle of attrition wearing it down, but it is down to 59%. And if we can get rid of the rest of their sort of escort ships in here, not the drones, but the rest of them, which I think we will be doing soon, then we should be in pretty good shape to try to take it out eventually. Okay, so a little over 20 minutes after I started, I have finally gotten rid of the fortress. Next, I gotta clean out this mess and go after the command station. So we've only got really one part down here. Still building that hybrid facility, still building the strike force, still getting this countdown on Umbriel. Now, as we watch the snipers pound away at this, they're doing nothing. It's not immune to sniper attacks. So we won't be able to shoot it if they were. I think we got to get the shield down before they can help. I think that's what this is telling me here. Given that scenario, I sort of went for an all-out attack here. Now, if we look down real close, we can actually see what this thing has. It's got rail cannon 3, MLRS 3. Rail cannons, MLRS are the main thing. So light, swarmer, ultralight. Light, neutron, swarmer, ultralight. It's got bomber bay modules. It has a shield module which has taken damage. It's down to 80%. So it looks like the sniper is actually doing something. That's the only thing that we've attacked it with. Yeah, so it's good. It's not real good against heavy stuff, except for, of course, its normal flame wave attack. And the bombers will still be good. But I'm just throwing everything in there. And some of it will just get ripped to shreds. But the idea is to give it a whole bunch of different stuff to shoot at, and hopefully we can just rebuild. We just don't have the time, I don't think, to dink around with this. So we're going full speed into the fray. And we'll just see how this goes. And the shield module getting hit. Getting hit more. Of course, we're getting hit pretty good too. Let's see. Okay, now it's getting down, but so are we. Shadow Frigate's still doing alright. Alright, and now the command station itself is getting ripped up. Still got some bombers. I'm going to wait till the bombers are gone. Okay. I think that's the point at which I retreat and rebuild. And let's see. Okay, we got it down halfway. Well, it took a bit to reform and hit him again, but we did it. We took Ceres. We've got sort of a ramshackle defense in here. A bunch of ships. There's our command station. We've got the Zenith power generator and our standard one about to go up. I took down the metal converters because now we're really going to need the metal as quickly as possible. And we've got our sniper turrets way over there. There's nothing wrong with them being there. And we're going to be building some more turrets in here, but not a lot. Because we still have 3 different crises to deal with. And not a lot of time to do it in. So the nearby one, obviously, is Calliope. The super hybrid. Well, unfortunately, it's moved underneath here. So I'm going to have to hope that I can draw it out. And if I had attacked earlier over here, then I would not have this problem. So that's a situation. See all the preservation wardens floating about. And then, of course, we also want to try, if we can, to knock out this warp gate so that they don't come in through here and wreck our radar jammer or our power generator in here because of the, really short distance between the wormholes. I'd like to limit them to only coming in to Mimas still at this point. So that's one, and that's the easy one. Then hour and 20 minutes till Umbriel goes, and I think we're going to get this exo wave. If I'm doing my math correct here, I think that's going to be around the same time that that's going to hit. Those are both going to hit about the 6-hour mark. And I've got a lot of work to do before that happens. But if I can knock this hybrid out, at least that buys me time on that issue, because this is only the only super hybrid that's in the galaxy. We don't have a warning about another one yet. Lots to do. And I frankly don't think we have enough time to do it, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So here we are in Calliope, where the word is run, run, run away. That's exactly what we're doing. We're running away, running away, running away, and there's no Super hybrid in there. It's coming after us. Is it gone? It's still here. Where did it go? Let's find that super hybrid first. Oh, it's right here in the middle of us. Because if we take that out, it almost doesn't matter what we lose. And we're going to take it out. And we're going to lose quite a bit here, if not everything. So there we go. Super hybrid is gone. So now that's... Oh, there's one somewhere else. They just generated another one? That's super. But at least this is not getting built anymore, so I still have that. Okay, let's see. They've got some starships coming after me, but not a whole lot else. I'm going to see if I can clean this up. And then also send some more reinforcements in here. Now, unfortunately, the big reprisal from going into Calliope came right back in here. We weren't able to get the warp gate down in time. Still haven't done it. I retreated all of my ships in here. I've built everything I can for turrets, but they're not quite up. And this is about to hit. We just ran out of metal. So this is going to get real interesting here, and boy, I don't know how we're going to protect this, because if we lose this Zenith power generator, well, I don't want to think about that. And here they come. My only real chance here is to just... Well, they're almost all missile frigates. So I gotta hold them off while this stuff builds. 89. 90. How much we got? 500 and some. Okay, there goes that. That's the... plasma siege. All they have is the frigates. I think we're going to make this. Just everybody get in there. Yeah, there you go. You all retreat. You all freaking retreat. Did they get... They didn't get my radar jammer either. And I'm quite sure that radar jammer saved my butt. So I survived that. Now I got to rebuild. Go get that warp gate. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Time is ticking away. Alright, we've got just over an hour left. On Calliope, we did manage to take out the warp gate. Did my usual diversionary tactics, put in most of the fleet, then put in the raid starships after them, knocked it out. Now we can see that they've got a bunch of threat ships in here. We'd love to put a beachhead up. We don't have time for any of that nonsense. You can see 65 minutes pretty much on both of them. And dealing with both those things at about the same time, that's going to be trouble. We got a super hybrid in Despina, and who knows when that's going to start acting up. I have a little bit of a bigger problem. Got to get to Umbriel. That's the big thing. If we lose that 100 AI progress hit from the Human Colony Rebellion, we can probably kiss this game goodbye. Now we've got to get to V-Date first so that we're in range of it. There's basically two ways we can do this. I can do it with or without my champion and the ships that we got from the Nebula. Doing it without them, we really don't have the firepower yet, although I'm going to unlock some stuff. Doing it with them, we have to pound our way through the path, which is going to take longer, because they're immune to being transported. Now here is the modular fortress in V-Date. This is our next target, and I think we want to prioritize whatever we need to take this down. It has nano subverter modules, which apparently do reclamation damage. That's fun. So it's going to steal a bunch of my ships. I think using fleet ships is going to be a little problematic with that going on. It's got the rail cannons. It's got, unfortunately, a couple of heavy beam cannons, and those are going to hurt. And then it's got the, the shield module. So I still think our best bet against this is basically bombers and definitely starships to deal with the fact that we don't want them to be reclaimed. But this is still going to be painful, make no mistake about it. So with that in mind, what do I want to spend my 3,000 research on? I really think I got to use it on expediting this attack as best I can. I'm going to get flagships to boost our attack, Zenith and Spire for firepower, and also the Mark II heavy bomber starships. I think that's the best thing I can do in this situation. Whether it's good enough is another matter, but it's the best that I've currently got. Welcome back to Palace. Won't this be fun? Look at that explosion of joy. It's because there's about 3 dozen or so hybrids in here along with their attendant whatevers. And we're going to run away. We've got to clear this out before we can proceed further, unfortunately. And we, of course, have much more than we had last time we came in here, but so do they. So let's see what kind of fun results. 33 hybrids. We're not killing them very fast. But we're getting away from the bulk of them now. $24. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot here. But on the other hand, I think we've gotten rid of the chaff. So let's see. Let's run a bit this way. Another one down, another one down. Alright, now it's time to re-engage, I think. Level 2 reprisal, the feet are refleeting. As much as we lost, I think we kept most of the more powerful stuff. Yeah, they only got a couple left in here. I'm sure some have fled. So, after rebuilding, I was ready to make my way to V-Date. But instead of doing that, I've decided at this point to cut off this attempt. I was actually able to get in there, barely fight off the special forces. I would have been able to reinforce going through this path along here. I think this would work. But, more broadly, one thing that I just don't think I fully considered enough when I started off this campaign is Umbriel. Human colony rebellion issue. It really doesn't fit with the whole theme of trying to keep low AI progress. Like, I can't do both of those at once. And look, I'd probably lose this game anyway, but that's not really the big motivating factor. I either have to take this system, and really in order to do that I have to also knock out the raid engine here in Jakku, because that's going to send waves at me, and that'd be another 5 AI progress. But having the human colony rebellions on is an interesting challenge. It's a good challenge. It's something that I've had on there before. It's a nice wrinkle. But it just doesn't fit with the theme of trying to do a really low AI progress game. And so what I'm planning on doing is I'll restart under similar settings, but with that off, and I'll double check there isn't anything else that I think is going to throw a wrench into it. I still want to do a game with all the hybrids and the Dyson Sphere stuff. I'm going to obviously put the champion back on, do those first couple of missions for it that I've already done. I'll do those off screen. I'm not going to record those again. They've been seen already. Wouldn't be much point to that. And then what I plan on doing at this point is just jumping into the next game at basically a roughly similar point. When I've completed those first 2 champion quests and probably expanded to a system or 2 and have a decent idea of the galaxy. And then we'll see if the hybrids have anything new for us. Set up the same AI types, all of that. And try to do this in a little more appropriate way for low AI progress. So that'll be coming up next time. Sorry to have to cut this off in the middle, but I do think it's for the best. And AI War Fleet Command will be continuing. See you then.